Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for our virtual college visit series. My name is Mrs. Edwards. I'm the career counselor with both Atlee and Patrick Henry High Schools. And we also have Mrs. Corbin on with us today. Ms. Corbin?
Hi, I'm Mrs. Corbin. I'm the career counselor for Hanover High School and Mechanicsville High School. Great to be here with you guys today.
We are super excited to have Jessica Pugh here with us today from Briar College. She's going to share lots of great information with us. So listen up, and we are going to hand it over to Ms. Pugh to get us started. Ms. Pugh, you can take it away.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. As Ms. Edwards said, I'm Jessi Pugh. I'm a senior admissions counselor here at Briar. Briar is an all-women's college. We were founded in 1901, and our first graduating class happened in 1906. We've been around before women had the right to vote. So we've been educating women for many, many years now. We are just outside Lynchburg, Virginia. As you can see on this map, our little pink square there. We're about 20 minutes from Lynchburg and about 2 hours from Richmond itself. So not too far. Mom and dad can definitely come visit on the weekend, but they're not going to just show up at your dorm room wanting to hang out. I have a lot of students who have that concern. But we've got a lot of great opportunities for students. We're about 400 students total, so we're a small school. Our average class size is about 7 to 8 students. So there's no back row, but professors know how hard you're working. They know if you need extra help. They also know if you're not coming to class because it's really obvious who's missing, but they're there to help and support you the whole way through your college journey. And we are intentionally small. We like the small classes and like being able to give students the attention that they need. 99% of our students live on campus all 4 years. And a lot of our faculty and staff live on campus as well. So you might be invited over for dinner and lecture instead of having to be in the classroom the whole time in non-COVID times. We're not doing that right now. Speaking of COVID, we are actually in person this year. We were able to offer single rooms to all of our students. And we have a mix of students being in person in class. And then some professors wanted to teach virtually. So we've got a little bit of a hybrid system, but everybody's back on campus. We've been able to still do some of our traditions that we have, like step singing and our Founders Day walk. So a lot of great things that we are still able to do because we're in our own little bubble on about 3,000 acres. So lots of space to spread out. We also have a 130-acre equestrian center, which we just renovated this summer. So if you're interested in riding horses, or even if you just want to go and pet the horses, that's on campus. It's not too far from main campus, about a mile walk. So it's a nice little jog up there if you want to head that way. We have about 20 programs of study at Briar, including several pre-professional. We are an ABET accredited engineering school, and we are one of 2 women's colleges that have that accreditation. And we also offer a Master's of Arts in Teaching, which is our only co-ed program. So all of our undergraduate degrees are for women only, and then our Masters of Arts men would be able to join in on that. It's a 1-year program, so you finish your 4 years at Briar and then would go right on into that teaching program. So you can graduate with your bachelor's and master's in 5 years instead of 6 or 7. We updated our calendar system a few years ago. So instead of having 2 typical 15-week semesters like you see at most schools, we've broken up those 15-week semesters a little bit. So you start the fall semester with a 3-week course. You take 1 class every day for 3 weeks. And then you start a 12-week session after that finishes, where you're taking 4 or 5 classes like you would at any other institution. We have winter break. We come back in the spring for another 12-week session and then finish up the spring with another 3-week. The 3 weeks are great if there's a subject that you aren't very strong in. For example, I would want to take a math class. I'm not a math person, and I would like to be able to focus on that 1 class for 3 weeks and then be done with it. We also offer travel courses during those times when it's safe to do so. We've had students do different trips with different professors. So most of those travel courses are faculty led. If you're interested in studying abroad for a full semester, you can certainly do that as well. And then we also have our leadership core, which has replaced our general studies requirements. So instead of having to take 2 history, 2 English, 2 math, there are 10 courses that are spread out over your 4 years at Briar, and they're all interdisciplinary. The first one is called Design Thinking. So it helps you unlearn learning to the test and helps you not take what your textbook says at face value. So it talks about, what does your textbook say? Why does your textbook say that? Is there a bias in your textbook? And really being able to, develop your critical thinking skills a little bit more fully. Another one is called Dollars and Cents. It's about personal finance and understanding economics, which I think is very helpful for everyone to take. But there are a lot of really great courses, and our students really like the switch that we've done with those. We have lots of academic resources available for students. Our Academic Resource Center is housed in our library, and we offer free tutoring to all of our students. We also have $2,000 worth of grant money for each student that students can apply for. You'll actually learn how to write a grant as part of our core classes, and then you can use that $2,000 for whatever you need as long as it's education related. So if you're going to study abroad and you need help buying plane tickets, you can use the $2,000 for that. If you need a piece of equipment for a research project you're working on, you can use the money for that. Whatever you really need it for, and you can use it all at once, or you can break it up into smaller chunks. And a lot of our faculty work with students on individual research projects. In fact, 60% of our students do their own original research with faculty. So lots of great hands-on attention from our professors. And then our Career Services Office is fantastic. They work with our alumni to help students find internships and postgraduate jobs. Our alumni love to give back and love to let us know when their places of work have job openings for our students, and like to tell our students, hey, we've got this going on, definitely apply for it. And in fact, 90% of our students are either employed full-time or have gone on to graduate school within 6 months of graduation. So we are ready, and make sure you are ready to go on after graduation to be out for your next step, whether that's grad school or into the workforce. So student life, we do guarantee housing all 4 years. This is what a typical first-year student room would look like. So usually have a roommate, and there's 2 beds, 2 desks, 2 dressers, 2 wardrobes in there, lots of natural light. One of the things I really like about these rooms is that each room has its own AC control, so you only have to argue with your roommate on what temperature the room is, not the whole hall, which is really great. We also have on-campus counseling and health services available. That's located in the lower level of our chapel, and that's free to students. So if you are feeling a little homesick, or you think you have the flu or something, you can get that all taken care of on campus. And we have really, really awesome on-campus dining. We just added a greenhouse to campus this summer, and the vegetables that are grown in the greenhouse are actually being used in our dining hall. So immediate farm-to-table food. We work with Meriwether Godsey, and they're great about working with any dietary concerns. So if you need to eat gluten-free, or you're vegan or vegetarian, there's always something that's yummy available for you. It's not just the same thing like the salad bar every day, although there is always a salad bar, but that's not your only option. We have a lot of student leadership opportunities as well. This is just a small sample of what's available, and we welcome students to bring any clubs from high school to campus with them. All of our clubs are student run, but also initiated by students. So if you want to get something started, all you need are just a few friends and a faculty advisor, and you can get up and running pretty quickly. All of our students are also involved in student government. So that is by default. Every student is sent the minutes for the upcoming meetings, and then they're also sent the outcomes of the meeting. So everybody knows what's going on. And it actually includes faculty and staff, which is pretty great, because at other institutions I know, only if you opt into being in student government do you get to know what's going on until it affects you. So here everybody has a say from the very beginning. We are a Division III school, and we compete in the Old Dominion Athletics Conference. And these are all of our ODAC sports here on the screen. And then we also have 2 equestrian teams. So if you're interested in riding, even if you've never touched a horse, we can teach you how to ride. We've had students who have come in with absolutely no experience, and by the time they and winning. So you can definitely do that. If you're interested in the pre-vet track and maybe want to work with larger animals, we also have an equine studies certificate. You can do coaching and working and teaching how to ride, but there's also a barn management track as well. So a lot of our students like to major in biology and also do the equine studies certificate. It equates to a minor at Sweet Briar. And then tuition. We are a private school, but there's no in-state versus out-of-state tuition here at Sweet Briar. Tuition this year is about $36,000. We do award merit scholarships based off of your high school GPA and or test scores if you choose to send those to us. 99% of our students receive some sort of merit aid, and then we'll also look at the FAFSA to see what additional aid you're eligible for. But since all of you are Virginia students, you are eligible for the Virginia Tuition Assistance Grant. That's about $3,000 of free money from the state to go to a private school in Virginia instead of a public school. So we like to make sure our Virginia students know that you've got a little extra bonus if you come to a Virginia private school. And then our application, it's totally free. You can apply on our website or through Common App, whichever is easiest for you. And we don't require any letters of recommendation or personal essays. We really just need your high school transcript. And as long as you have a 3.0 or higher GPA, we are test optional. And that's all the time, not just for this year because of COVID. If you're not quite at that 3.0 level, we may accept a letter of recommendation or a personal essay in place of your test scores this year, since we know a lot of students weren't able to take the SAT when they planned to originally. And then if you are bringing in any transfer credits, maybe you're doing some dual enrollment classes, we also provide free transfer credit evaluations for all of our prospective students. And then if you'd like to visit campus, we're doing both in-person and virtual visits, and you can register for either of those on our website, SBC.edu. And I look forward to working with you guys this year.
Thank you so much. That was very helpful. One quick question, mainly because I get this kind of question a lot from our students about the pre-med, pre-vet, and pre-law programs. So can you explain a little bit more about how those work and what they prepare students for, or just in general, if you don't mind?
Sure. So for the pre-vet, pre-med, and pre-law tracks, you would major in usually biology or chemistry for the pre-med, pre-vet. For pre-law, you could major in a variety of things, but we will make sure that you complete all of your prerequisites. So when you go on to apply for graduate school, they know you've taken all of the correct classes and that you are prepared to go on to that master's program or doctorate program after you graduate from Sweet Briar. And a lot of our professors are really great about writing like 3- and 4-page letters of recommendation for our students. Particularly for vet school, we have a 98% acceptance rate over the past 10 years into veterinary school because our professors work with students day one.
That's awesome. Wow. Well, Ms. Corbin, did you have any questions you wanted to ask?
No, I think you covered everything. If students have any questions after, looking at the video and everything later, can they reach out to you directly?
Absolutely. I am the counselor for the Richmond area. So my email is jpugh, P-U-G-H, @sbc.edu.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Well, thanks for being with us today. We will definitely be reaching out throughout the school year, and we hope you are well and stay safe, and we'll be keeping in touch.
Thank you very much. I hope you guys have a great week.
Thanks,
You
Ms.
too.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.